Krishnaaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatat Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Ananda Leela Maya Vigrahaya Hemabhadivya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasapradaya ShriChaitanyasampradayacharya Namo Shrivatsa Bhatt Raghunath Shri Gopal Bhatt Raghunath Echaya Goswami Kavicharana Vandam Jaha Bhatte Vedunash Vishnu Radhe Radhe. We are all part of a worldly system. And that system prompts us and moves us on the path of collecting assets. And as the wise person has said, Godhan, the wealth in the form of many cows, like Nanda Baba, is the real wealth. Then you have Gajidhan, if you have innumerable elephants in your service. Vajidhan, excellent horses in your stable. And then you also have a chest full of the prized jewels, or Ratan Dhan Khan. Not only just a chest, but a whole mine of jewels you own. But he says, they are all just like dust in front of one wealth. And what is that wealth? Satisfaction, संतोष. जब आवे संतोष धन, सब धन धूर समान. When you are content, that contentment and satisfaction makes all other wealth and assets like a dust, piece of dust. So, do we agree with this or not?
Yes.
On the path of the spirituality, this is the mild way of putting things, you know. But to me, the player for whom we are in the regular role of spiritual discipline, why are we suffering from the discipline even of bhakti? It is not easy. Tulsidas has said, Bhakti karat katinai. The path of bhakti is very difficult to practice. It looks easy, but it's very difficult. So what for are we doing all this? All spirituality. And to me it looks, we are all seeking something, whatever is absolute, the Param Tattva. But ironically and dialectically, the rules are reversed. Whatever is the rules of understanding for a spiritual seeker, for the goal, the sadhya, for the spiritual reality, the absolute reality, the rules are different, just upside down. The Leela of the Param Purusha, or the ultimate being, and the narrative of that Leela, and the scriptures of that Leela, which make us enter into the understanding of that Leela, are born of one factor, that is dissatisfaction. So the Lord is practicing something else and prescribing to us something else. Is it a fair game? It is not a fair game. So why is this cheating going on? Sa ekaki nareme, that Advaya Tattva about whom he spoke, is completely discontented and dissatisfied. Because there is no celebration of rasa. He being the rasa, but could not celebrate the rasa. Ekaki nareme, could not enjoy alone, discontented. So, eko ham bahushyam, let me multiply. So the dissatisfaction of the ultimate being caused it to multiply. The Leela began. The Leela of Rasa began, where there is a Ashraya, Vishaya and the Aswadana. This multiplication took place. And as we all know, that Leela manifests in its fullest form, Krishna's to what? Less Bhagwan? Little Bhagwan? Partial Bhagwan? Swami, Supreme Godhead. If we use Prabhupada's language. Who is Supreme Godhead? Shri Krishna alone. But he is completely discontented. He is turning and craving, for what? For what? Krishna Leela is nothing but an attempt to satisfy Krishna. And what will satisfy Krishna? And that's where the narrative begins, the Bhagavad begins. Krishna Santosha Hetukam. The rishis are asking Suta Bhagavan, please tell us the story which satisfies Krishna. Who satisfies Krishna? There is only one and the only, Shri Radharani. And that is the beginning of the narrative, of the Leela. And the Shastra emerges. When the Shastra emerges, the further discontent of the Lord and the divine couple. Because what is happening? There are still two. There are still two. And there is a lot of ocean of separation between the two. And ocean of separation, however philosophically you praise it, Vyoga, Vipralamba Sangara, Surdas has gone gaga about it. That is more powerful than Sanyoga. Vyoga is greater, And all the lovers are sitting here. Don't tell me that you have not loved anybody in your life. I will give you a boon right from Radharani's feet. Free Vyoga. To anything you desire, free Vyoga. Who wants it? Even the Lord didn't want. He never wanted separation from Radharani, nor Radharani from the Lord. So he took the clue. He took the clue from Srimad Bhagavad. What is Bhagavad? Bhagavad is the direct image of the Lord Himself. Teneyam vangmayi murti pratyaksha vartate hari. There is no duplicacy or mirror image of the Lord or the thing. It's a direct image of Lord. Sakshat. So, discontented not satisfied enough playing with Shri Radharani. He said, I should be in constant union with her. But Radharani warned, you cannot take it. You cannot do it. I will have to do something. So Radharani covered Krishna in her power. And that satisfied Krishna. And that's why the Gaura Avatar, the dialectic of Leela goes on. Two coming together, but only in a word image. Tirodhaya pravishtoyam Srimad Bhagavatarnave Swakiyam yad bhavat teja tacha bhagavate dadaha. Swakiyam teja. Teja means Shakti. And Swakiyam means Swarupa Shakti. So in Swarupa Shakti, Sandhini, Samvit and Ahladani, which is supreme? Ahladani Shakti. So Swakiyam yad bhavat teja tacha bhagavate dadaha. Lord himself installed Shri Radharani in the Bhagavad first. And then he unmanifested himself in the worldly way and entered into the ocean called Srimad Bhagavad. So what is Bhagavad? Antah Radha, Bahir Krishna. But in the Lord, dialectically, what was inside Radha wanted to come outside. And what was inside was pushed inside. Outside was pushed inside. So Antaha Krishnam Bahir Gauram Sango Pangastra Parshadam. He appeared. So you see, the discontent, asantosha, is the seed which makes the Leela manifest. And then the Bhagavad coming as Mahaprabhu, Kaliyuga Pavana Avatar, he is also a total discontented and dissatisfied being. I'm very sorry to put this allegation to my Lord. But like Vedavyas said to Arjuna, Arjuna went to him and he said, oh my ancestor, you did such a cruel thing. You are a poet. You are the writer of Mahabharata. You could have avoided the bloodbath. Vyas said, no, I'm just writing what I'm seeing. So I'm just saying what I'm saying in the Lord. A total dissatisfied being. Because if you are completely contented and santushta, then what is the question of being? Expressing your manobhishta. Abhishta is only for those who are lacking something. And Gita has explained it 1,000,000 times. So, the incomplete Lord of Kali Yuga is desperately desiring. What is he desiring? What is Chaitanya's manobhishta? It's only one thing. Chirakal ami nahi kori prema bhakti dham. He kept it as a secret most wealth. He kept to his heart. He didn't distribute it freely. Or even with the price he did not give. So what is the manobhishta? What Sri Chaitanya wants to see and achieve. And is very simply said, we all remember. And you just sing with me. Aradhyo Bhagavan Tadham Ramya Kachit Upasana Srimad Bhagavatam Prema Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhor Matamidam. That is the Manobhishta. That is his vision. That is his vision. But that vision, a very revolutionary vision, which is like a transcendental vision, if you ask from the Indian spiritual point of view. Indian spirituality is Chatur Vargatmaka. Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Shri Chaitanya does not reject those four. Does not reject four. Gopal mantra grounded in Kama Gayatri. Who has the courage to do that? And who is Krishna? Madan Mohana. There is nobody else. Madan Mohan. So he does not reject Kama, does not reject Artha or Dharma or Moksha or anything. But in his own Achinta Bheda, his logic, he includes all those four and transcends to the fifth. Loving service. Service out of love. Prema Bhakti. तो चिरकाल आमी नहीं करी प्रेमा भक्ति दान. How could he do that? He was poor. He was ill-equipped. He didn't have the tools. I mean it. The Lord was deficient. And that's why he could not do Prema Bhakti Dhan, which is so crucial. If there is no Prema Bhakti, Jagater Nahi Avasthan. This world will not subsist for a second. Bhakti Vina Jagater Nahi Avasthan. I will not go into the detail. So he is as a totally dissatisfied man, running here, running there. What does a dissatisfied man do? Does he go into samadhi? In meditation? In chanting? No. Craving. So in that craving, he runs, he gives up Jagannath Darshan, Jagannath Dham, and going to a battlefield. Battlefield, my dear, on the river of Godavari, Vidyanagar, where a commander-in-chief is camping, fighting a bloody battle. Rai Raman. And what is happening there? Why Chaitanya's madness takes him to the battlefield? Because he wanted bhakti to be doctrinated. The ocean is there. Shri Chaitanya himself is the ocean. But ocean, is it beneficial to humanity or the seekers or for bhaktas? Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is useless unless it travels to the clouds and the clouds shower the nectar. So Mahaprabhu is the ocean, Ramanan is the cloud. And the cloud is delivering the same thing which he is receiving. And he has said this in so many words. I'm just giving back what I received. But he needed a structured thought process for what bhakti is. He got it. He got it. But it was not formulated as a Shastra. And that was Chaitanya's Manobhishta. And who delivered it? Who delivered it? Shri Rupa Goswami. So we know that satisfying factor for Shri Chaitanya is Shri Rupa. But I want to raise today, because I have 1 minute left, and I learned from my previous speaker that 1 minute is the absolute minute. Eko ham advitiya. So what is the Manobhishta of Shri Rupa Goswami? What did he desire? What brings satisfaction to Rupa himself? What was that? Please enlighten me, because I am going to enter into a dark alley. Chaitanya's desires we all know. But what was the factors which will satisfy Shri Rupa? What will be? There is somebody who is delivering the satisfying materials for Shri Rupa. Jayatam Mathura Bhumau Srila Rupa Sanatana. I pay respect to the Braj Bhumi, because Mathura Mandal is also referred as Braj Bhumi. Jayatam Mathura Bhumau Srila Rupa Sanatana, and the glory to Braj Bhumi is because Rupa and Sanatana are here. Not because of Radha Govind is here or Radharman. The glory to Mathura Mandal is because of Rupa Sanatana. And why I am glorifying them? The writer says, Yo Vilekhyat Tattvam Gyapakau Pustikam Imam, who made me write this book. That's why the glory of Rupa. Who made me write this book for his satisfaction, to delineate what is Tattva. Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam jnanam arpaya. It's a mystical sentence. It's a sutra vakya. So the author is saying, Yo vilekhyatah tattvam gyapakau pustikam imam. This book which I am writing will let people know what that is. And this will satisfy whom? Shri Rupa. And also to Sanatana. Because Rupa Sanatana is like day and night, Aharnisha, inseparable. So, the philosophical doctrines in a philosophical logical narrative was the need of the hour. Because Navya Nyaya was the language of the discourse of 15th, 16th century. So the Bhakti philosophy had to come. And for that, Rupa and Sanatana, under the guidance of Shri Chaitanya, ordered Gopal Bhatt to write Shat Sandarbhas. And this is the Mangalacharan of Shat Sandarbha by Gopal Bhatt. You will raise some questions about the authorship, whether Jiva wrote it or not. You read the Mangalacharan for the 6 Sandarbhas and your doubts will be clear. So he said, I have elaborated the Tattva in this 6. But in the 5th Sandarbha, Bhakti Sandarbha, he gives the outline of Bhakti. And then he says, those who want to know more about it should go to Bhakti Rasamrita Center. And in the Prayojan Tattva, the Priti Sandarbha, Gopal Bhatt concludes that those who want to know more about it should refer to Ujjwala Nilmani, what Prabhu so beautifully introduced to us. But Rupa Goswami was still very dissatisfied. Philosophy is no good. Because the Lord has said, Bhakti Doi Roop, Achar or Prachar, the doctrines and the practice. So he again ordered Gopal Bhatt to fulfill that gap and satisfy Rupa. And he again writes, Avashyakam karma vicharya sadhavihi sardham samahritya samasta shastrata. That I have gone through all the Shastra, the oceans of Shastra. And in Haribhakti Vilas, Gopal Bhatt accumulates references from 273 texts to be precise. 273. And I don't believe that even the 10% of the texts were available in the libraries of Vrindavan at that time. It was all here. All here, for which he was trained under the order of Lord Chaitanya in Shrivatsa, under Prabodhananda, his uncle. So, why Vaishnavanam's karma, avashyakam karma vicharya? What are the necessary ritual, not ritual, but the behavior of the Vaishnava? He says, Vaishnavanam pramude anjasa likham. That I am writing this for the pleasure of the Vaishnavas. And who is the Vaishnava? He says, Gopal Bhatto, I am writing this. He writes his name without any arrogance. Gopal Bhatto santoshayana rupa sanatana uchar. For the satisfaction of Rupa, I am writing this Haribhakti Vilas. There is no other factor. He is not writing that I am for the sake of the satisfaction of my Guru, Shri Chaitanya, I am writing this. No. For Rupa Manobhishta, I am doing this. And this desire to provide the solid foundation of the Shastra to both this dimension, he did that. But still, Rupa was discontent. My God. Is he a Rupa of Asantosh? What is Rupa? Rupa is a form or an image of discontentment. Is that Rupa Goswami? Yes, he is. Because what is the supreme sadhana? Ramya Kachit Upasana Brajavadu Vargeya Kalpita. So what is the supreme sadhana to get the Lord? Gopis get. And I give you the clue, it is in Ras Leela, Panchathyaya. What did they do to get Krishna again? Leela Anukarana. Perform the Leelas which you have heard, which you have sung, which you have remembered. Shravana, Smarana, Kirtana will come handy in the Geya Aradhana. Shrutikoti samam geyam, Shrutikoti samam japyam, Japakoti samam havi, Havikoti samam geyam, Geyam geya samam vidu. That Geya Aradhana, the musical offering to the Lord, is the supreme offering, which includes singing, playing on the instruments, abhinaya, dance and drama. They are all included. And drama is the only thing which includes all the musical elements in it. So Geya Aradhana. But he was discontent. Rupa Goswami gave the textbook of Geya Aradhana. Many people do not refer to that. Natak Chandrika. And this is the famous trilogy of Rasa Aradhana. Bhakti Samra Sindhu, Ujjwal Nilmani and Natak Chandrika.
They all three together make the picture complete. If one is lost out of the three, it is an incomplete sadhana. Very systematically, he has talked about dramaturgy in a practical way. That how the Ras Leela should be performed. He gave the book, but there was nobody to perform. So how asantushta Rupa Goswami must be? Completely discontented. And there comes Gopal Bhatt again. You know what he does? To fulfill the desires. Because Abhishta is the desideratum. What is the English word? Desi? Something which is desired. Desideratum. I don't know, my English is very poor. Something which is desired. So Kavi Karnapura, writing about Shri Gopal Bhatt, says, Jitvar Gati Bhangi Natya Sangeet Rangi. Jitvar Gati Bhangi Natya Sangeet Rangi Janu Chitta Tanubhrit Janu Chitta Nanda Vardhis Sudhisha Charita Sukha Vilasas Chitra Chaturya Bhasha Parama Patitamisha Bhat Gopal. Kavi Karnapur is saying that my ultimate respected Gopal Bhatt should protect me. Who is Gopal Bhatt? Who is master of drama and performing arts? Jitvar Bhati Bhangi Natya Sangeeta Rangi. He is the master of performing arts. What does he do? By doing that, Janu Chittananda Vardhi Sudhisha of the seekers and the devotees communities, he is increasing the bliss in their heart by performing the Krishna Leelas, Ras Leelas, which you see today, even in Jasinghera there is one. And his happiness is always in performing the lifetimes or pastimes of the Lord. Charit Sukha Vilasa. There is no other happiness for Gopal Bhatt. And whatever he performs and all, he is an excellent Kathavachaka, preacher. Chitra Chaturya Bhasha. When he speaks and he delivers the pravachan, he makes a word image of whatever it is called. Chitra. He makes the rupa, and that is Gopal. So, the performance in all the dimensions, as per the desires of Rupa, Gopal Bhatt delivered the goods. So the puja of the Lord and with Radharani is a performance, is a musical act. It's not a rigmarole, it is not a drudgery, not a ritual to be completed. It is something to dance about, to sing about, to celebrate. So puja, archan as a performance, and we see that in Radharani. Then he established the Samaj Kirtan, which is still continuing in other Radharani. Then performances of Ras Leelas. Pala Kirtan, the famous musical deliberations of Pala Kirtan in Bengal, is a gift of Gopala Bhatta. Because his disciple was Srinivasa Acharya Prabhu. And Srinivasa Acharya Prabhu is the founder of Pala Kirtan tradition called Manohar Shahi. That is the traditional way of calling the Pala Kirtan, where you sing like an operette. You perform the leelas through singing. Operette. Pala Kirtan is known, the technical word is Pala Kirtan. Pala Kirtan. Even Rabindranath Tagore has written Pala Kirtan. So, Sanjis, full banglas, everything is in the aesthetic form. For the Rasa Upasana, if the Thakur, the Lord is Rasa, then your way of adorning the Archana and Vandana should be Rasamaya. So conclude, and this will be really 2 minutes. Chaitanya Manobhishta. Chaitanya is Swayam Bhagavan. Purna Kam, Apta Kam, Atmara. They don't be sad. There is no Abhishta for Chaitanya. Everything is a fait accompli. Nothing to get. Why? Because Shri Chaitanya is Swayam Bhagavan. And who is Bhagavan? Shad Aishwarya Purna Bhagavan. Shad Aishwarya. So when the Radha Krishna Leela Kavila Prakash, who did it and who has told us this? Shri Narottam Das Thakur Mosha. This bunch of people, when they lived in Braj, the leaders of Radha and Krishna got unfolded. Who are these? What is this bunch of people? Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath. A Chaya Goswami Jobe Braja Kavila Bhatt, Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Kavila Prakash. And I'm shocked. I was complaining to Narottam Das Thakur that Bhugarva Goswami Pad and Loknath Prabhupada, Ashta Goswamis, and Loknath Pad is your Gurudev, and you are excluding. You are excluding him from this list because Shri Chaitanya has given only one shiksha. Commit to truth and truth alone. Come what may. Come what may. Even if you have to exclude your guru, you can. So, Lord's body, and like our body, is mixture of what? 6 elements. 5 senses or 5 gross elements plus the mind. The mana. These 6 indriyas are important for our existence. For Chaitanya's body, he also needs 6 indriyas. For Shadeshwarya Prakash, what vision I have, I need eyes to see. What melody I have in my heart, I need ear. And so on and so forth. So whatever was Manobhishta of Shri Chaitanya came out through all these Goswamis, but what was in the heart of Shri Chaitanya, that was manifested through Shri Rupa Goswami Bhatt. But I will just say that our 5 senses or 5 elements of the body, are they separate? Any of that is separate from the mind anytime? No. No. So that's why these 6 Goswamis are always together. And Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, whenever he is talking about a Goswami, he is always talking about the 6 together. He says, Radha Krishna Padarvinda Bhajana Nindena Mattadikau Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugau Shri Jiva Gopal. And he goes on, there is no time. And with the Sakhi Manjaris are always content, I don't know. Or they are also discontented, that we want more seva of the Thakur. We want more seva of the Yugal Sarkar. So like a Manjari, I always leave this chair in a total embodiment of discontent. Because Kala, the time comes, the time comes and I'm left discontented, because my contentment will come if I hear from you, if I converse with you. But thank you very much. So please bless this discontented soul this morning. Radhe Radhe, and my pranams to all of you.